I'm Daryll, I'm 28 years old this year and I'm from Singapore.
This is Alba, 26 years old from Hong Kong.
My name is Air. I'm 41 from Bangkok.
Life before COVID was happy and without worries. I was a flight attendant and traveling around the world.
I was in the event industry and I was doing pretty well, and me and my wife bought a condo and a car.
I built a successful career in business development, organizing events.
I lost my job during circuit breaker.
All of a sudden, I became jobless.
My boss called me one day and I was terminated.
I don't really get paid for managing the social media pages until I got new customers. 喂，哥哥，喂，你得唔得閒啊？
唔得，講啊，快講啊！
我哋整個 Instagram account 好唔好？
鄭總。
Whenever I told my brother about the toilet seat business, I find him replying very curt, and I also find myself not being respected.
In December, I sold 50 kilograms of chili paste, but in January, it's about 30 kilograms. I am looking for a full-time job. So far, I got one call from one NGO, but I didn't get a job because they said they look for someone who's a bit younger with lower salary.
Right now, I need to look after Alex and work at the same time, all by myself. Because I just go back to work, so everything is like a bit struggling because he'll cry for you and stuff.
The government actually kicking a new measure for corporate office to actually head back to the office more often instead of working from home. What are we going to do with Alex? Ever since COVID started, I think I really neglect my parents because we used to almost every Sunday have a family day. And right now, like Sunday, I'll be working, So I was thinking to spend some quality time then catching up with them. You know my new company, right? As long as every month I'm the first sales manager to close 3 deals, right? I will have extra bonus. So last month I was the first one. That's why I got extra.
Last month or this month?
Last month. This month I left one more. I close one more deal, I'll be the first one again. But then where you actually did your COVID jet?
Mine is because of taxi one.
Oh,
The
taxi,
taxi asked us to go. Friday I went, but I was rejected.
Huh? How come?
Maybe I'm allergic to some drugs.
Then mommy?
Mine is because I'm working with a school, so it's a requirement my MOE. Yesterday I just received a message already booked already. On the first check, on the second, it's good lah. But people who didn't want to because partly of health reason.
That means Papa cannot is because of the
allergies. So he's unable to.
Too bad lah, I was rejected, so cannot lor.
Because he as a taxi driver, every day facing a lot of customers, and there will be a higher chance for him to being infected by COVID. So definitely I'm actually very worried. Yeah.
誒，啱啱收工啊？
係啊，你做咩啊？
幫哥哥整緊，即係一齊整緊嗰個廁所板咯。而家開緊個新嘅社交賬戶啊。
哦。
爸爸，你有冇睇新聞啊？最近咧，政府話要回收翻，即係暫停嗰個復必泰個疫苗。
有留意到，我哋公司同事都有講呢個問題。
佢都冇講太多話點解回收，就係話咩包裝有瑕疵嘅，都唔知係好彩定唔好彩。因為本身有諗過打㗎嘛，但係又話想睇定啲先。其實我覺得都好嘅，而家睇定啲先，等政府收翻啲疫苗，睇下有啲咩出咗錯咯。We have been given 2 choices in Hong Kong, the Sinovac and also the biotech. We are still deciding because we want to see more reports about the possible side effects and also the cases.
唔急㗎，咪遲啲咯。
係啊。
都大把人都未打。
I'm afraid to take them, but I think the coming big trend would be you have to get a vaccine record or vaccination passport to travel overseas. Otherwise, it is likely for other countries to stop your entry. And this is one of the most attractive points for me to get vaccines.
I traveled to Suphanburi this time because I would like to go to the temple to make the merit. Usually it's exciting to see my parents, but because now I am unemployed, I have to think of how to make my parents worry less.
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะโอเคไหมสบายดี
สวัส
เป
ดี
ล่า
ค่ะ อะไรนะ
สบายดีเปล่า
สบายดี
It is very common to my family to go to the temple and to pray to the Buddha. I ask for good condition of living for my family members, good health, and that I could get a job as soon as possible. I'm too old for all the stress.
แม่ไปหาหมอล่าสุดมาเป็นไงบ้างคะ
หมอเขาไม่ได้พูดถึงโควิด เพราะว่าเราอยู่ในชุมชนหมู่บ้านเราอะเขามีอสมมาดูแลอยู่แล้วเขาก็จะมาจดรายชื่อไปว่า คนไหนผู้ใดต้องการจะฉีดวัคซีนมั่ง
ผู้อายุที่เกิน 60
แต่ว่าเมื่อไหร่ไม่รู้
ไม่มีกำหน
ป
ด
ระมาณนั้นน่ะ
แม่จะฉีดไหม
ฉีดไม่กลัวหรอก
เขาก็ฉีดเป็นล้านๆคนไม่เห็นเป็นไร
ถ้าเราไม่ฉีดแล้วเป็นมันจะไม่ดีใช่ไหมสังคมก็ด่าว่า นี่อะแพร่เชื้อตัวแพร่เชื้อเพราะไม่ฉีด
ไม่รู้ Recently, the government launched the social security assistance due to the second wave of COVID-19, and I am qualified for it. I have received 7,000 baht. I think the government launched the social security assistance because the rollout of the vaccine is slow, and a lot of Thai people still affected badly by economic during this COVID-19 pandemic.
ช่วงนี้ส่งเงินให้ยังไม่เยอะเท่าเดิมกันนะ
ไม่เป็นไร
ทำมาหากิน
อยู่ได้อยู่บ้านนอก
ไปอยู่ได้
The chili paste business is not doing well, so it affects to my ability to provide for my parents as this the only source of income right now. I think I can improve on my job search efforts by finding more avenues to apply for jobs and maybe refine my CV.
ก็ทำแต่ละคนก็ส่ง35ได้หรือ30เราก็ได้
I choose to take the vaccine because doing the night deliveries jobs, right, it also give me more exposure to people out there. It lowers down my risk level.
I need your IC. So this is your second dose.
Yep, correct.
Any severe reaction after the first dose?
No.
Okay, that's good.
My mom feel kind of lethargic after the first jab, but for me, I didn't feel anything. So the second dose, the dosage is a bit more, is it?
No, it's exactly the same. So we're giving you maternal. Now what I need to do is just to relax. Breathe comfortably. Yeah, you okay with me now?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, breathe in. You okay?
Yep.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Second dose.
I think we are pretty blessed. Our government is actually doing a lot for us. It's not like any other countries where people want the vaccination but they can't have it. Yeah, so somehow I think we shouldn't take for granted.
So this is a vaccination card. So it states that you already completed both doses of the Moderna vaccine.
Okay.
These are the possible side effects and how you can manage them. So kindly read through.
I'm already a dad right now, and then I have a young baby at home. And I'm doing the food delivery, so with the jab, it's safer for me. It's also, I do not want to pass anything to my kid.
I want to establish a brand new modern image for the business and attract more different kind of customers. So recently, I have spent time on designing a new logo because I think the old one is kind of old-fashioned, and I find it kind of embarrassing when I was introducing this business to my friends. The current logo was actually designed 7 years ago. I told my brother about designing a new logo, but he doesn't really think that my design would be good, but I still want to go ahead. Actually, I have zero background in graphic design, so I just randomly browsing the free logo design software online. I've spent days in front of my computer just designing the logos. I find it quite challenging to design your own logo. I really hope that he could be impressed by the design that I have made. Why?
你做咩整咗個 logo 冇同我講？
Me and Jenny have to go back to office. So the whole main concern is now that who will take care of Alex? Because you and Baba have to work in the afternoon, so no matter what, even you all can take care in the morning, right? Afternoon, there's nobody going to take care of Alex. So I thought, let's say we take an average 1,000 a month on infant care. Even now, I sell off the car, I minus off my workload, and now with the infant care 1,000, back to square one again. So I was thinking to hire a maid, whether be it Indonesia, Myanmar or Philippines, the salary will cost $600. Levy is $300. But with a baby and then elderly at home, the government will actually subsidize. But there is an extra fee of them coming to Singapore because now whoever that come in Singapore need to quarantine 14 days.
2,000 plus.
You need to pay for the hotel for the maid.
I believe nowadays, maid agency, they also expect the maid to have a proper place to sleep.
My dad, my mom, my grandpa, my 2 sisters, and my wife, and then Alex is living. So in total, about 8 persons is living in this household. So I think it's really quite a lot of people. Yeah.
So to be honest, our family with me, I think the issue also, I think it's not very big. You know, hospital have this divider where you can keep it.
Yes.
And then you can open it up.
Yes, but we also
you get what I mean? It's not a fixed thing to the wall or what. It's you know that you go clinic, right? They have this thing to sew up.
That is one thing, but we want to give a conducive place.
Yeah, it's conducive. I mean,
so
I'll provide
that's
her mattress,
I'm thinking,
I'll provide her
this area,
a wardrobe,
space, give a big
a plastic
space.
wardrobe.
She have a space, you see, don't one corner it.
Yeah.
You know, it's so poor thing.
Maid is still human. Just remember.
Of course.
We must treat her as a human.
Okay.
Definitely, because if you
please don't.
it makes sense lah. You treat someone well, the person will treat you well also, right?
Jenny, got anything to say? No?
Go ahead.
You better find whether the maid agree to stay here in such an environment or not first.
If we are okay and she's okay, then we will take her in. If she's not okay, we cannot say that Dada also want her to come in. And cannot lie to her, say that you definitely have a room. Then when she come here, she felt cheated. So it's transparent. We are quite overcrowded, so we have no other choice but to carve out a small space for her. It's not the best scenario to let her stay in the living room, but this is the best solution so far.
What my concern is, nothing is more important than our family relationship. Just remember, don't because of the maid, whole entire family all got problem. Understand?
Whatever it is, Daryll, have you really sit down and talk to the other two sisters? Of course, I do understand your struggle with your child and all this.
Just say you are the brother.
No,
Can you help me?
Cannot say. Don't use authority, please.
No authority. Just say, brothers.
I have something that I want to tell both of you. You cannot be so straightforward. Like, I want to make that's it for stop. Sit down, talk to them nicely. Maybe you go out for a meal with them, whatever. When you go to a place where it's more relaxed, it's much more easier to talk.
I've sent 40 resumes, but so far I haven't had much success. Today I'm going to a work matching agency to try and get some guidance and hopefully find out another avenues to be matched for suitable jobs.
เชิญค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ
คุณนา
คุณนาค่ะ เชิญนั่งค่ะคุณแอร์นะคะ
ใช่ค่ะ ขออนุญาตนะคะ
ซึ่งบริษัทเราเนาะก็เป็น career platform ค่ะแล้วก็เป็น ecosystem เนาะของ impact driven talent กับ impact driven organization ค่ะวันนี้ก็ยินดีที่ได้เจอกันเนาะถ้าเกิดแบบจะช่วยอะไรคุณแอร์ได้ก็ยินดีเต็มที่ค่ะ
ขอบคุณนะคะค่ะ
น่าอยากให้คุณแอร์แนะนำตัวแบบที่ไม่ดู CV ก่อน
โอเค ก็จบด้านความสัมพันธ์ระหว่างประเทศค่ะ แล้วก็ปริญญาโทที่จุฬาลงกรณ์มหาวิทยาลัยที่คณะเดียวกันรัฐศาสตร์เหมือนกัน แต่ว่าจะพัดจะผูจบแล้วไปทำงานด้านโรงแรมด้านบริษัททัวร์อยู่ประมาณเกือบ5 ปีทำที่กาชาดสากลอยู่6 ปีค่ะ
แล้วหน้าที่หลักๆของเราตอนนั้นนี่คือเราทำอะไรเป็น
ก็เราเป็นผู้ประสานงานค่ะ
ideal organization เป็นแบบไหนแล้วก็ ideal role
คือช่วงที่อยู่ที่กาชาดสากลได้ไปอยู่สุดานใต้3 เดือน แล้วเรารู้สึกว่าเฮ้ยเรายังอยู่ในช่วงวัยที่ยังพอมีกำลังที่จะไปช่วยในพื้นที่ที่มันกันดารที่แบบว่าอาจจะไม่ค่อยมีใครอยากไปเท่าไหร่อย่างเงี้ยค่ะแล้วก็ด้วยความที่เราไม่มีครอบครัวคือไม่ได้มีสามีไม่ได้มีลูกเพราะฉะนั้นเราสามารถที่จะแบบยกกระเป๋าแล้วไปได้เลยใช่ค่ะใช่
อย่างนี้ก็เหมาะมากเนาะกับงานสายนี้จริงๆแล้วเราเห็นตัวเองค่อนข้างเคลียร์
ใช่
สมัครไปประมาณกี่ตำแหน่งแล้วคะ
เกิน30ค่ะ
เกิน30
รบกวนถามคุณนานิดนึงค่ะจะกรอกแพลตฟอร์มได้ยังไงให้แบบว่า CV ของเรามันดูเป็นที่น่าสนใจแล้วก็ outstanding ขึ้นมานิดนึง
คืออย่างปัจจุบันเนาะต้องบอกว่าองค์กรหลายที่ใช้ AI หรือว่าใช้พวก automate filter ในการ screen คน out
ค่ะ
เราเลือกคนที่เก่งมาจากแบบทั่วโลกเลย
The consultant session was very useful because it has been a long time since I applied for a job, like more than 6 years. I have learned that they have a lot of technology that bring in to the HR activities. ขอบคุณมากเลยค่ะคุณนาค่ะขอบคุณนะคะยังไงเดี๋ยวติดต่อมาเรื่อยๆค่ะ After I got her advice, I feel a little bit more confident about how to develop my CV first because it's very important step for getting a job.
Me and my sisters are actually pretty close, I would say. Ever since I started to do like 2 jobs a day, I did not have much time with them as well. So the main thing was to catch up with them at the restaurant, just buy them a meal, and then at the same time to talk to them about having a maid because they are also living in the same household.
I think Mummy did share with you all, right? I plan to actually hire a maid. So I don't know what is your thought.
And why you don't want to consider getting a nanny? It's 9 to 6. She doesn't need to stay in our house. So So you don't need to worry about space constraint.
Remember the first thing is I also want the maid to help mommy, the housework.
Yeah, as in.
The nanny doesn't help.
Yeah, but I heard of nannies who can do like a bit of housework and also take care of baby, right?
No, it doesn't make sense. I think having a full time is better.
Where's the space for her to put her things? Let's say the living room, right, our current table now, the layout there is.
So we're going to create another room, small room out from there.
I just think it's very shag for the maid. Like she don't even have a private space to stay.
What we will do is we're going to put a divider.
Yeah, but it's still not a privacy.
So that's the only way. I really cannot take anything on 30. And the main thing is to help mommy really.
But the main focus is the baby one, right?
Yeah. So I'm very stressed. I really don't know what to do with it.
Why?
你做咩整咗個 logo 冇同我講？舊個 logo 好地地，做乜嘢要轉呢？
新嗰個我覺得真係可以吸引到新客喎。你諗下舊嗰個 logo 用咗咁耐，之前啲客又好似冇再翻轉頭幫襯，我哋都係時候吸引多啲年青啲嘅客啊嘛。
唔關事咯，你轉 logo 有冇問過我？唔該你 delete 咗佢啦。
嚇唔好啦，我覺得我新整嗰個都幾靚啊。
I find it quite frustrating because my brother did not accept the new design. He said that he would like to keep the old logo for the Facebook page.
I'm going to meet him to discuss this matter because I don't want this matter ruin our brother-sister relationship. Hi.
喂，早晨。
有嘢要問你啊。
要問就盡快咯噃，趕時間。
哦，其實都係 logo 咁樣嗰個咯，係我唔好嘅，即係我可能冇問到你意見啦，咁樣就整咗嗰個。我當時設計咧，我就係諗住一味淨係想革新。
但係我係想維持一樣嘢 ，logo 由從一而終一路用落去。我就覺得可能有啲舊嘅客戶想介紹朋友，咁當佢朋友見到新 logo 嘅時候，佢會唔會懷疑係另一間新公司，又產生誤會而同我買嘢嘅時候反而有延遲咧？呢件事係話唔一定會有呢個咁嘅負面效果喺度，但係有呢個可能性，咁我冇必要去冒險咯。
咁我嗰陣時個感覺就係不如試下有啲新嘅創意啦，因為我朋友都話嗰個 logo 望落去個感覺有啲舊。
我自己本人覺得我哋唔係一個時尚品牌嚟嘅，咁我哋係唔需要靠 logo 或者一個形象去令到客人對我哋嘅產品有信心，或者係帶俾客人良好嘅衝擊印象。即係你靚嘅 logo 咁又點啫？你都係賣一個知識、賣一個服務俾客人㗎嘛。客人唔會欣賞你嘅設計能力㗎嘛。你可以諗翻你所認識嘅所有品牌，你有冇見過邊一個品牌嘅 logo 係兩代 logo 係完全唔同嘅？嗱點都好，你可以做你其他嘢，但係唔該，如果牽涉到我呢邊嘅嘢咧，你做之前，你浪費你嘅時間精力之前，你可以通知聲我，睇下我會唔會有呢個傾向，再同你接受。如果唔係嘅話，你都係會白費。
He is always not appreciating what I do, and I've been fed up with his brushing off my efforts. It is quite demoralized when it comes to the improportional income and effort that I put on this business. So I just wanna not interfering with his business again. So I decided to quit.
So we decided to go ahead to hire a maid because my sisters they have approved it. So we are planning to have an interview session with the maid agency and with the maid.
What is your job in employer house? What you do? As a housemaid. Housemaid, what you do?
I'm actually looking for like the right field to hire because of the poor connections that I cannot really experience more on like the body posture, how confident they speak to you and stuff. Okay, I see that you actually request for one off day. Is it a need to take the off day or you can just not take the off days? And which day within the week that you would like to take the off day?
Madam, usually for fresh girl, right, they want Sunday because they will send the money. Yeah, they also can see friends.
So they prefer every Sunday off day? Is it like
No,
every...
sir, for fresh girl is 1 month, 1 off is enough for them.
Oh, okay, can. I mean, good enough. I mean, if they want every week Sunday also, I'm fine with it.
They want to have more money lah.
Okay.
So 1 off is enough for them already.
Finding a maid is a bit tough, especially now I'm looking for Myanmar maids. I chose Myanmar because of budget constraint. Then the situation in Myanmar is not very good as well because of the politics and stuff. So far, I've interviewed at least 10 and only 3 that is what I've selected, and out of these 3, I only shortlisted 2. Yeah, so right, recently there's the news, right? Because phase 2 heightened alert ma. Then they stop foreign workers from coming in. So I think we might get affected as well. So probably need a few more months before she can actually come in to assist us.
I realized something.
What?
Every time we plan something, right, somehow it always end up wasn't supposed to be what it is. We planned for the maid, and then because of the tightening measure of COVID, then we couldn't.
Then it delay, right?
Yeah, it delayed. Then that time also got one time we planned for a wedding, and then end up we couldn't proceed on because of the issue, because of COVID as well. But I think in a way it's also good for us. It's a good learning curve for us where we learn what's the options that we can do when such situation happens. Yeah.
Third wave of the COVID-19 infections in Thailand. It's spreading very fast and it affects to my online selling. I feel demoralized with the chili paste sale not doing well, not being able to find a full-time job.
สวัสดีครับ เป็นเจ้าของดวงนะครับ
ใช่ค่ะ Well, sometimes when I don't know what to do with my life, the fortune telling helps to direct me. I usually saw the fortune teller in person in the past. In general, Thai people prefer to see the fortune tellers more than going to the psychologist. Because if you go to the psychologist, it means that you may have a mental problem and it may kind of humiliate you among your friends. I do hope that the fortune teller would give me the positive news about my job application. ใช่อยากทำงานเพราะว่าไฟเริ่มมอดเริ่มแบบ
ใจเย็นเดี๋ยวผมทำนายสั้นๆนะ 6 พฤษภาถึง 8 มิถุนายนนี้มีโอกาสลุ้นครับ เพราะว่าดาวมันเดินตำแหน่งดีพอดีแหละนะครับ มีโอกาสลุ้นนะ
The fortune teller said that I will ward off my bad luck after my birthday. My birthday is on 13th of June. I feel a little bit nervous about it and kind of curious what is going to happen in a positive and happy way, I hope.
When I was a flight attendant, I found that the pilot's job really challenging and I find it quite fun to control an aircraft. I have the fantasy of pursuing my future career as a pilot. I started enrolling a course by Hong Kong Youth Aviation about the principles of aviation 2 years ago. And after a year, I joined the flight training program at Adelaide, Australia. That was the first time I took off the plane on my own. Hello, Calva.
Hello， 可能冇見啦。OK。佢喺 lockdown 前咧係最後一批同學可以飛到過去做訓練嘅，呢個係2019年年尾嘅時候。 咁而家就疫情好咗少少咧，我哋就可以有翻即係面授課程啦。OK， 好 ，ready 未
？ready。
OK，take it easy，OK，relax。
好。我而家揀一個 reference point 咧，咁我係要佢喺個 mon 中間嘅。
係。
好，地下全部都一樣喎。
點會一樣啫？嗱，我都望到啦，你 focus 望個點啊嘛，係嘛？
轉翻我去先，轉翻我去先。I don't really have any kind of licenses, but I have 10 logged flying hours in Australia. I think I need to log at least around 35 to 40 hours of flying in order to obtain a private pilot license. And afterwards, I have to get training from private pilot license to commercial pilot license to airline transport pilot license. So that was when you could be a qualified pilot with airlines. 即係見到，例如之前教我哋 sim 嗰啲 instructor 本身都係某啲 airline 嘅 pilot 啦，都俾人裁員嘅時候，就覺得自己更加好似冇機會踏足咯，因為自己連個門邊都冇。我自己之前係 prepare 咗咁多嘢啦，然後到真係想 apply 嘅嗰下咧，就 COVID-19 嚟咗。
即係梗係向好嗰邊諗啦。我覺得如果 vaccine 有效嘅話，咁啲人開始回復翻旅遊嘅意欲，所以我覺得呢個係會出現翻咯。不過要 take time 啊。而最有效方法，我覺得就喺而家時候預備自己，同自己增值係嘛。當個疫情一過去，經濟再起飛咧，你咪第一個彈出嚟嗰人咯，係嘛？
唉，我都希望。我都好希望有人可以再飛翻。
Yeah， 一定會嘅。
我係覺得如果有幸啦，即係雖然每年政府飛行服務隊淨係收個位數，
係好少人係。
如果入到去，就算係做一個公務員，即係唔係做 commercial pilot，就係揸 helicopter 又好，或者揸定翼機，其實都已經係一個自己嘅飛行夢咯。
你们会比较 preference 是拍 outdoor 吗？还是比较多 outdoor 的话呢，我就show你一些 outdoor 的 photos 咯。到时候你是可以带你的宝宝去拍，那就是可能会带一些关于到你们比较可能你们喜欢吃的favorite 的 foods 还是有一些比较 sentimental value 的一些礼物这些你都可以带过来拍。
Money is one of the main concerns for us, but I think it's a need to actually have a wedding photo shoot because we already married for the past 5 years, and we have not done any wedding photo shoot. It's also a makeup of us not having able to host a wedding ceremony because of current situation, COVID, and we are unable to actually host it with all the tight regulations.
Is there any romantic moments or touching moments that your husband did purposely for you?
Moments
that make you quite touched one, he made you cry?
Don't really have, but majority of the time he cooks so
I want to say that. I always surprise her with food.
Yeah.
Always when she come back, I will cook like nice food for her.
Yeah.
Wow, you like?
Okay, this is not too bad.
But 现在还不是他的 size， 我们会到时候做 alteration。Yeah. Baby nice.
Hello baby.
Mommy nice. 现在有一点点圈啦，所以它不是讲说那种很痛的，其实这算蛮轻了的。如果你要出去 outdoor 的话，你不用怕上来很 heavy， 然后又很难 carry 那种。
When the first time I saw her, I was very, very shocked because I never seen her in a gown before. It was very, very nice.
After 6 months of searching for a full-time job, selling chili paste to survive, and kind of worrying about how to pay the bills and my mortgage, I feel glad that finally I got a full-time job again. relieved that my job hunter is over because then I can have salary to pay for my bills and to take care of my parents and my family. I choose to release the fish because it's the symbol of me freeing from the struggles I faced in the past 6 months. All that's left to do today is to go into the office and sign the contract. สวัสดีค่ะไปสภากาชาดไทยตรงสำนักงานบรรเทาทุกข์ค่ะครับ My designation is a project coordinator under the Thai Red Cross Societies, working to collect information from the communities and schools to reduce the effects of disaster to their lives. On my way to Nakhon Sawan province to join the mobile kitchen, which is arranged by the Thai Red Cross Society for those people who have been affected by the COVID-19 situation. This is not my job, but it's a voluntary request for the Thai Red Cross staff who would like to join the program. The Thai Red Cross Society has been very supportive for the Thai people. So I'm very glad that I will be even a small part of this organization. Sawasdee ka.
อันนี้ก็เผื่อไว้กินตอนเย็นเนาะอันหนึ่งข้างในก็จะมีอาหารแห้งข้าวสารอาหารแห้งนะครับแล้วก็พวกไฟฉายเครื่องเอาไว้ใช้เวลาจำเป็นนะคะเวลามีภัยอะไรอย่างเงี้ยครับ
จากสมเด็จพระเทพนะคะ This work reconnects my passion for the NGO work. It's like the pandemic made me realize that this is my true calling as opposed to the glamorous event career.
After months of waiting, I finally received an invitation to attend the preliminary interview for the cadet pilot program of the government flying services. But this is only the second round of the 6 rounds interview. I am not 100% confident because the competition is very fierce every year, more than 1,000 applicants, but they only hired 8 to 12 candidates. They require like almost 2 hours of mathematical tests and also physics tests. But I will just try to perform my best because I just want to maximize my opportunity for flying. I've made a booking today for the COVID-19 test to obtain approval for the coming interview. It is a must for the interview. Hiya. Commercial flying is greatly disrupted by COVID-19. I could only rely on the government flying services if I would like to join this aviation industry. They said that I will get the result within 48 hours. Wait!
做乜嘢？
眯埋眼先，眯埋眼先，眯埋眼先。
跟住咧
Surprise！
哇！點解咁嘅？做乜嘢啊？
因為我揾到份新 full-time 啦！
好嘢！
It is such a relief to secure a full-time job, and I would like to really celebrate this with her as she is a very good friend of mine.
係咩 full time 嚟㗎？
同你一樣都係 learning centre 咯。我係做 assistant manager 咯，訂書啊、開 invoice 啊、出 receipt 啊、同家長聯絡啊、解家長啲 enquiries 啊、同老師傾 teaching plan 啊、清潔啊、冷氣維修，即係都要揾人嚟整咁，所以咩都要做咯。
咁但係我知你仲有考飛行服務隊。
係啊係啊，咁其實我已經好好彩㗎啦，我已經入咗第3 round，咁然後而家就仲有3 round 嘅。如果我有幸落去啦，咁嚟緊咧就會係7月嘅。但係而家等緊嘅時候，我冇理由齋等㗎嘛，咁唯有都要揾住份工做住先咯。
祝你喺 Learning Centre 嗰度就工作順利啦
！Cheers！
So today is my first day of work to the learning center. Everything is quite new to me. Being a flight attendant for almost 4 years, I find it quite useful when it comes to the communication with the parents in the learning center because it's all about managing expectation and handling complaints and also the inquiries with them. And the parents are kind of satisfied with my handling, so I'm really glad about it.
The whole journey from being made redundant from a flight attendant to doing food delivery work to taking part in developing a business and to gaining a full-time job. It's like going through a roller coaster. Wow, 阿姐，你個廁所。From the pandemic, I have learned how to be fast-paced in adapting to the ever-changing environment because I think the whole pandemic is all about transformation.
I'm not able to meet my parents and my niece due to the movement restriction in the country, and I really wanted to celebrate my birthday with the people I love. So I asked them to join me online to chat and to eat birthday cake.
Happy birthday to you.
ขอบคุณค่ะคิดถึงจังเลย
รักกันเลยด้วย
นี่ซื้อเค้กให้ตัวเองว้าวเหมือนกันเลย
ดีใจด้วยที่ได้งานประจ
ก็มีรายได้อีกทางหนึ่ง
ำแล้วน้ำพริกกับลูกจะทำอยู่ไหมหรือไง
น้ำพริกยังขายเป็นรายได้เสริมต่อไป เพราะว่าเรามีฐานลูกค้าหลายคนแล้ว ตอนนี้แอร์ฉีดวัคซีนครบแล้ว2 เข็ม
พ่อกับแม่ก็ลงทะเบียนแล้วหมอพร้อมฉีดเดือนหน้าที่โรงพยาบาลเลิศศิลป์นั่นแหละ
อ๋อค่ะ
งั้นเรามาตัดเค้กกันดีกว่านะคะ
โอเค
แต่จะมีสบายให้พี่แอร์ด้วยนะคะ
I feel like my life was like a roller coaster ขอบคุณค่ะ เดี๋ยวอธิษฐานก่อนนะ เป่าแล้วนะ What I learned for the past 6 months is that you have to accept what is really going on in your life and try to adapt both mentally and physically adjusting to it. Never give up. เราแบ่งให้มันก็ได้ เราหมดแล้วอ่ะ เราหมดแล้ว
So I kind of feel excited because it's our first wedding shoot. It's like a fresh for us. Feels like we're best back to got married.
Okay, keep smiling. Okay, good.
We have actually 3 locations. First location is actually at home during our couple life or even the dating life, and after the marriage life. My hobby is to cook. I cook a lot for Jenny and also now for my son Alex.
Okay, 然后看着 Daryl and look at Jenny. Look at Jenny. Alright, good. And smile. Okay, closer some more, closer some more. Alright, good, sweet. Daryl 转过去看你老婆一下。Alright, good. Okay, 老公来看着你老婆 face to face. Okay, keep smiling. Okay, good.
And then the second location will be Seletar Reservoir. That's where we do our pre-pregnancy shoot where Jenny had Alex inside her.
Okay, 来，老公，你在老婆的后边。Alright, good. Okay, 来，转过去看你老婆。等一下先，就是手放好来一点，放到腿在这边。对，来。
You can see now it's raining, so it doesn't really go according to the plan. So now we are kind of stuck here. So we have to actually find an alternative plan.
Daryl 来，在老婆的旁边。
In relationships, sometimes there are a lot of hurdle and stuff. So I think right now, like with this wedding shoot, it's like a new relationship for us again.
We got closer. He will spend more time than before. So I think during this COVID period, it actually helps. Previously, the relationship wasn't very good. So yeah, it can be difficult because job loss and then car salvage. But like the relationship actually improves. Yeah, these are actually happy tales lah. It's not like some sad stuff.
It means a lot to me because this whole year or even ever since last year, things have not been well. I've been working for so many hours a day and stuff. But I managed to overcome it because I have a family to actually survive with.
I think this pandemic has really taught me a lot in terms of survival, like losing my job and then finding a new job, and then I have to do an extra job in order to support the family itself. So it actually builds stronger endurance, to have a better perseverance in future.